Hey chat, how are you? Sighs heavily. So, co-worker's birthday. Go co-worker, it's your birthday. Mr. Powell's 46th birthday. So the plan was to go out, eat, drink, although I passed on the drinking, and celebrate Mr. Powell, who I love, although he did almost have me eat a chicken fetus once that he disguised as an egg from one of his pollos. But anyways, I'm over it. But he said, okay, we're all going out. We're all going to meet up at this restaurant and engage in revelry and gallivanting. And I said, I'll go, but I ain't drinking and I ain't eating. Because I looked at their menu, no salads. And I was like, dude, I'm on track. I'm low carb. I'm keto. And I've been this way for 5 days now. So I ain't gonna eat. I'm just gonna sit there and drink water. But I will be there for you because I love you as a friend and coworker. It was a Friday, and on Fridays, I just want to go home. I want to shower. I want to decompress. Maybe watch a little something with the wifey and be asleep by 8:30 p.m. because I'm a party animal. So I was like, okay, I guess we can do this. What about Saturday? Anyways, so day comes, Friday comes, and in the morning, I'm like, maybe Luna will need a ride from me. And that could be my out. That could be my excuse. Like, I gotta go pick up my daughter from Target or Chipotle or Starbucks. So I can't go. Please, Luna, please ask for a ride. By middle of the day, I'm thinking, I'm gonna lie about Luna needing a ride because I just don't want to go. And I love Mr. Powell, but I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna eat. So what's the gosh dang point? And then about 1 o'clock, we're off at 2:30. At 1 o'clock, Mr. Powell comes over to me and he goes, Esteban was organizing this whole thing. He put it together. He chose the restaurante, as they say in Spanish. And it was his idea. That's cool. I like Esteban. But Mr. Powell comes over to me and he goes, Esteban doesn't want Miguel to go. And it was going to be 4 of us. Mr. Powell, Esteban, Miguel, yo, and I. But 1 o'clock, Esteban doesn't want Miguel to go. So Miguel's not going to go. And I'm like, well, I like Miguel. I like Esteban, but I love Miguel. And I've known Miguel for as long as I've known Mr. Powell, Mr. Miguel. So I was like, well, that kind of takes some of the fun out of it. It's just going to be us 3, and that's fine. But I wanted Miguel to go. So I thought, this is another potential out, another excuse. But in the end, I went, well, I'll go. We got thrown a curve. So we're off at 2:30. At 2:10, our boss was like, all right, everyone go home. Have a good weekend. I was like, what? And I don't like when they do that. I appreciate getting off early, but give me some heads up. Like if everything's cool, if everything's done, if everything's completed, all the tasks at hand have been finished, then y'all can go home at 2:10. But just to be like, everyone go home. See ya. Like I'm in the middle of something. I might be on the other side of the office. I might need to go to the bathroom. I might be in the bathroom. Like give me 1 or 2 minutes to close up shop, as it were. But so 2:10. Mr. Powell and Esteban were ready to roll. They bounced, and I'm like, I need another minute or 2. So I sit down at my desk and finish up what I had going on, and then I head on out, start walking to my car, and I text Mr. Powell, and I'm like, well, are you guys going to the restaurant? Did plans change? Did you choose another restaurant? Did everyone cancel? Well, are you going to the casino? He didn't get back to me right away. So I texted him. I'm like, F it. I'm going home. This was my excuse to get out of Dodge and get out of the commitment. So, and I'm like, I'm not going to go. This is perfect because they got a 2-minute head start ahead of me. But on the freeway, on 5 South, I thought, I love Mr. Powell, and I've loved Mr. Powell. He's my work husband or work wife, whatever terminology you want to use, whatever nomenclature suits your desire. So I thought, okay, I'm going to show up. I'm going to make an appearance and just show him I appreciate him. So I arrive at the ristorante. It's called Sazon del Mar. Del Mar means from the ocean in Spanish. So seafood is their thing, their specialty. I arrived ahead of Esteban and Mr. Powell. Like 30 seconds. I was getting out of my car when they were pulling up in the parking lot. I was like, what? And they're like, how'd you get here so fast? What happened? I'm like, I just took the 5. They took 99. Rookie move, kids. And they live in South Sac. Well, Mr. Powell's in South Sac. Esteban's in Elk Grove. But I checked Google Maps. Ever hear of it? As their typical fashion of my friends and my work besties, they drank before, they drank during, and one of them drank after. So alcohol was the theme here. Again, I'm sober for now. So I didn't engage, but yeah, they were in the parking lot, pounded IPAs, and they got them from AM/PM, which is pricey. I would say go to grocery outlet, do the 6-pack of IPAs. They like the Juice Force IPA, 6-pack for $10.99, less than $2, but they pay over $2 at AM/PM. Oh, if Grandma Tien only knew, she'd be shaking her dang head. So walk in, and I say, ¿Dónde están las ensaladas? They don't have salads. Like, what's up with the lack of vegetables? Well, they have vegetables, but they just don't have them on a entree as a salad. And I knew this, so I was joking because I'm funny. I'm a hilarious partner in crime, as Carolyn can attest. No ensaladas. So right away, they start drinking. Giant mugs are brought to us. And I was like, heavens to Betsy. There were micheladas, which is alcoholic beverage, in these comically huge mugs. And they put cucumber on the rim of the mug and shrimp, a couple shrimps on the rim of the mug. And then there's tahine, the Mexican chili seasoning, all around the lip of the mug. And so they start pounding them. They both order shrimp plates, which were $35 each. And I was like, wow. And it's shrimp. It's a couple shrimp, cucumbers. What's up with this place and cucumbers? Some raw red onions, which I'm a fan of. $35 a plate for some shrimp. And I was like, and it's got sauce, whatever. And I was like, okay. And the micheladas were $20 each. And Modelos, Pacificos, keep them coming, bartender. Oh yeah, they were having a fine old time. And the shrimp had tails and shells and feet, paws or whatever, eyes, faces, and they were just ripping it apart with their bare hands like animals. And then you eat. So the body is in the right hand, so you eat the body, and then the head you suck all the flavor, the juice, the whatever out of the head. And I was like, I'm not, because they were like, Vince, eat, try one, eat one. I was like, I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing all that at this table with my hands. And then Luis rolled his eyes at me, and I said, I don't like my shrimp to have feet, paws, little arms and eyes and face. So he, like a mom, cutting up a child steak, Luis de-shelled, de-clawed, de-veined a shrimp, and then put it on a little piece of tostada. They give you tostadas with these entrees. And then he gave it to me, and I ate it, and I was like, it's okay. Very limey, spicy, but not too spicy. Got some heat, but not too much heat. But it was fine, but I just didn't dig the flavor. And he he couldn't grasp that. He couldn't make heads or tails of me not loving this shrimp plate. The Modelos, the Pacificos keep coming. Pal's like, I'm drunk. And Esteban is like, this is nothing. Well, Esteban's a big Hispanic dude. Mr. Pal, a little Laotian dude. So, but they're going head for head, drink for drink. And I'm like, well, obviously, Pal, you're going to feel this a lot more than Esteban over here. But I said, I'm not drinking because I don't have a safe way home. And Esteban was like, Vince, right now, if I drove home, I'd be completely focused. I would drive super safe, calm, cool, collected, no road rage. If I drive home right now. And I was like, or you cannot drink and drive. How about that possibility? Sighs heavily. There were a couple musicians who showed up. Not a mariachi band, but they had one had an accordion and the other a guitar, or as they say in Spanish, guitarro. And so they started going from table to table playing songs, or as they say in Spanish, canciones. And they come over to our table. Esteban makes a request. They play it. Esteban is singing along all loud AF to the song. And it's not like Hips Don't Lie. It's a Spanish, Mexican, old world song. I don't know. Is it like Yankee Doodle Dandy? I don't know. But they know all the words. He knows all the words. He's singing loud and boisterously and with much vigor. It was quite humorous to watch along. They played two songs, and it was festive. But you look around, and people are just looking at you and the musicians, and you don't quite know how to act with people just staring at you while these musicians play these songs, which Mr. Powell and I do not recognize, but Luis is loving and lapping it up, and that's fine. But during one of the songs, Mr. Powell's like, this is what men do. We drink beer and listen to music. And I was like, yeah, well, okay, that's cool. Two songs. Esteban tipped him $40. $40. Two 20s for two songs. And I'm like, holy Toledo. And by the way, while he went into his wallet to get the two $20 bills, hundreds of dollars. Like he had several $100 bills in his wallet. 6, 8, 12, I don't know. But I was like, how are you making all this paper? What's up with all them bands, all them racks, all that cheddar, all them Benjamins? It's all about the Benjamins. What? So the entire dinner, I was harassed. I was persecuted, browbeaten, peer pressure, bullied. Phones were involved. Cellular phones were involved, so I would deem it cyberbullying. To eat, to drink, alcohol, and I was just sitting there with getting water, refills of water, because I just didn't want to. I was on track. I didn't want to drive home. I didn't want to Uber. Uber prices are through the roof now. Would have cost me $40, $60. I didn't want to call Carolyn and leave my vehicle in this shady parking lot. It is South Sac. So I was cool. And I get it. Like, you're not drinking, you're not eating, but can we just end it there? Like, let's move on with our lives. But it was just nonstop, mostly from Esteban, all from Esteban. Fine. And this isn't, he's like shouting to the waitress, and she's cool, she's fine with it, but he's like, bring him this, bring him that. He keeps trying to order stuff, and I'm like, no lady, don't bring me anything. Don't listen to him. And this was going on for a half hour, 45 minutes. And finally, a michelada shows up, and he's like, just take a drink, just take a swig, just take a sip. And so I put the straw in like a big boy, and I took a sip, and I was like, yuck, me no likey. Again, it blew his mind that I didn't like this michelada, the flavor. But if I don't like it, does that make me a bad person? We all have different taste buds. We're all God's children. We all just want to be loved. We're only here for a short amount of time, 80 or so years, and then kaput. And so what if I don't like a michelada? Can we all calm down? I did get a little hungry, so I ordered a breakfast burrito. Chorizo breakfast burrito. No rice, no beans, no cheese, because I'm low carb. I'm keto. And so I tell the waitress lady / bartender, and that's what I order. Chorizo breakfast burrito, no arroz, no frijoles, no queso. And then she's like, okay. She goes and puts in the order, whatever. And Esteban goes, she's laughing at you right now. She's laughing at what you ordered. And I said, I don't give a fuck, man. Who cares? They bring it out to me, and it was sizable. Because usually when you order no rice, no beans, no cheese, it's a skinny little thing. It looks like a taquito or whatever. But it was still hefty, and pulled it apart. Ate the first few bites with my hands, but then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat with a fork and knife now. But the freaking fork and knife they gave me were plastic and small size. The tines on the fork were inch long maybe. So I'm having difficulty with these little play school fork and knife. So I was like, I couldn't cut the tortilla, so I had to deal with my hands again. And of course now there's egg on my hands, and chorizo, and juice, and pico de gallo, and all this. But you know what? Good breakfast burrito. Solid. Yummy. About 45 minutes to an hour in, I was over it. I stayed sober. I just drank water, although I started eating the free chips because they were there and I was bored. So I went from on track. I walked into this restaurant on track, and then I became off track. And 6 pounds later, Grandma Tien ain't gonna be happy with my appearance. It's Esteban's fault, Mom. But it was a fun time. I mean, the crap that was talked, the tea that was spilt, the gossip that was relayed to me about our workplace. Doggy. It would make the front page of TMZ. One thing Esteban said was, I've never seen someone like you who didn't have one problem with our boss. Everyone else has confrontations, arguments, issues. But he's like, I've never seen our boss not have a problem, just have zero problems with someone until you. And I said, well, that's because I'm fun. Okay? I'm fun, I'm funny, I'm cute. So that's the reasoning there, Esteban. We walk out. We stayed there far too long, in my opinion. I hugged them both. I told Mr. Powell, I love you. He said, I love you back. Happy birthday. Esteban. So me and Mr. Powell went home, got in our cherry whips, went home. Esteban went down the street, in the same shopping center, just down the way a little, to a bar to have another cerveza. Okay, simmer down there, Esteban. Do whatever you want. Our bill at the restaurant, $214. Okay, my burrito was $12.99. So what the hell was going on with? And I'm all for, let's go out. Let's take Mr. Powell out. Let's all split his dish. If he wants a couple drinks. But them between them, $100? That's wild. That's crazy. I didn't drink. I barely ate. So, and if I did drink and eat, $300 before tip? Hell no. Are people really going out spending this kind of paper out there? Ugh. Spending this kind of chips out there? Not I, says Vince Nicholas. But credit to Mr. Esteban. He busted out heck of money. He paid $180, $190. I put in $40. So, and because I understand I'm busting for Mr. Powell and it's on us, treats on us. But on the other hand, I'm not ordering drinks like there's no tomorrow and $35 plates and these micheladas. I'm not doing all that. So credit to Mr. Esteban. He took the majority of the financial burden. He put in 180 or 190, I forget. I threw in 40, so that the tip was taken care of in there. I forget if we paid 230 or 240. It doesn't matter. She was well compensated, although she was very lovely and helpful and brought them a lot of cervezas y bebidas. Can I just say normalize there's a thinking out there. Normalize leaving people alone if they don't drink, which I am all in favor of. Okay, you want to give them a little grief, like, oh, you ain't drinking tonight. What the heck? Come on, have a beer. Blah, blah, blah. But end it there. Stop it. Simmer down. Move on to another topic of conversation. I would throw in normalize leaving people alone if they don't eat, because it's hecka pricey out there eating out. And maybe they're on track. They're on a diet. They're trying to lose weight. And who cares? It doesn't hurt you. But it was just constant, the berating. And I'm fine with it. I'm cool. And I could have withstood pressure, although I did get a little hungry. That's why I got the burrito. But I took a sip of the michelada, which I didn't like. But like, okay, Vince, you're not gonna eat. Oh, come on, have a shrimp, order something. It's on me, blah blah. But then end it there. I don't need to be. I don't need to hear it for an hour plus. Anyways, so that was it. That was my dinner with my coworkers / friends. It was lovely until it wasn't. For the most part, you know what? For the entire part, I'm glad I went. Like I said, my feelings for Mr. Powell are endless. I love him. I miss him all the time. My work wife / husband. And it would have been a different story if I would have been drinking. If I would have been like, okay, Carolyn's going to pick me up. Carolyn's going to drop me off, pick me up. Oh, I can Uber here and there, to and fro. But that just wasn't my case. So for what it was fine. I'm hecka glad I went to celebrate my work husband. It wasn't all puppy dogs and ice cream, but what is? Okay, I think I'm gone. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. Late. Gotta go. Late.